Mark Atherton with us here at the John Mendola Show. We're talking Crestwood boys basketball here for 2024-2025. Get an early season McGrain win. Getting ready here for the regular season. Of course, you have a game before that. But let's talk about how things are going here in the early season here in late December.
So far, things are going well. I thought we had a good exhibition run. We ended up 6-2 in the exhibition. Prior to the McGrain tournament, we had a couple tough league losses. Lost to Hazelton. We were up 1 point with 25 seconds to go. They scored 12 and ended up beating us. And we had a barn burner with Pittston as well. So I think 2 good games, but unfortunately 2 losses there. But we know we could play with anybody in the league, and we know anybody could beat us in the league. So it's going to be a great league. And the McGrain tournament, hopefully you can build off that success.
So far in the league, I got to see Pittston very, methodical, don't really rotate a lot of guys. They pretty much kept the 5 guys on the floor, all athletes that just could play the game. Simmons, I don't know, he said a word in the game he played against Wilkes-Barre. He's pretty quiet, pretty stoic, but Wilkes-Barre could be an athletic team, so we know those 2 teams. We know what Hazelton has, but it'll be a balanced league this year.
Yeah, I really think we have Dallas coming back Friday. We have Dallas, and Dallas is a very good team. They lost some guys, but they have some good young players coming up. And they also have Junior Cito. He's been back. Citos have been playing forever there, it seems like. So, that's going to be a tough game on Friday. And then we have Wilkes-Barre. That'll be tough. And Valley West is a very good team. You got to watch with Valley West as well. So, and Nanticoke's in there, struggling a little bit right now, but they'll battle you as well.
For your team, let's talk about what you have coming back this year. Some senior players, some guys with experience, some guys that don't have experience. So take us through what that lineup at Crestwood will look like.
Sure. We lost 4 starters actually, and it was guys who basically put their time in through JV and started for us. We lost a lot of close games last year. We won a lot of close games. Good group of guys. So this year we have Aiden Agapito coming back as a returning starter. He's a junior. We also have in there guys again who worked their way up through JVs. Ryan Seckler as well. He's our point guard this year. And Brady Rivera, he's a swing guard right now this year. And Jacob Fiesel. So all of those guys, and junior Connor Wagaman is a starter as well. So you have some seniors, some underclassmen as well. So we start 3 seniors and 2 juniors right now. Coming off the bench, we come off with couple seniors, couple juniors, and a couple sophomores. So, we have a pretty good mix.
Exhibition schedule always tend to load up and play quality teams. So talk about how you feel that will help you in the league long run.
Yeah, I thought we did a pretty good job. Our exhibition schedule, like I said, I thought was pretty tough. We started with Scranton, lost by 2 points to a very good Scranton team. We lost to a very good Shamokin team. Again, we could build off success. Tied at half, down 3 after 3 quarters. Lost by 10. And then that's the only team that really kind of got us. We beat some very good teams. I'm trying to think who were some of our teams we beat. But I thought we had some pretty good wins in there and some close games. So we had to play many different situations. So, I think Bethlehem Catholic was one that was a nice win for us in there kind of right before the holidays. So I think we're set. We've seen a little bit of everything, and hopefully you can transfer that into the league.
And the McGrain, you beat Hanover, you beat Holy Redeemer, but it's more than just the varsity games. They get some 9th grade, some JV games in there. It's kind of a whole deal where you get to see, what some of the younger players coming up on all the squads are about.
Yeah, I think what they do very well, the CYC, is they have a freshman, JV, and varsity. So it gives, sometimes your freshman league, they took away the district championships, which way back they used to have, which was a nice thing. It's something to play for the kids. JV, usually we always treat it as the AAA of baseball. You're one step away. But now they had something to play for a championship. So it was really good. I think the CYC does a very good job of that.
The ups and downs of, you can't get too high or too low in this league, and you know that better than anybody being an experienced coach. But talk about the day in and day out stuff that, hey, you're going to go practice for 2 days, you're going to play a game. You're going to get some snow dates, you might have to play 2 games in 4 days or something like that. So kids have to be prepared mentally and physically.
Yeah, it's a grind. I mean, I tell these guys every day, you got to be sharp, and today, we come here and we're having a good time, but they just went through 2 hours of practice, and it's a tough practice, tough grind, and they're hearing us coach them up hard, and we coach these guys up pretty hard. So they work every day, and we're hoping that will transfer over to, some success down the road.
Talk about preparing student athletes for that mental toughness during a game. Like you say, hey, we're down 1, there's 25 seconds ago. We're up 1, there's 13 seconds ago. There'll be situations like that all year. You always seem to be in games. But talk about being able to finish at those important key times.
Yeah, I think one of the things that we try to stress is do all the things that we don't consider little, but in terms of basketball, they may seem like little. screen better than the other teams, pass a little bit better than the other teams, defend a little bit better in every which way, not just on the ball, but off the ball, rebound a little bit better. So all those little things, and you're going to get situations where, Mike Krzyzewski said it always comes down to 2 or 3 plays, and it's so true. If you miss a box out at the end of the game, or maybe it's during the game, and that was a key factor, or a turnaround, or maybe a turnover because you didn't snap a pass, real well. So we try to really focus on all those little fundamental things.
You're getting towards, quote unquote, the end of, possibly an education, career, a coaching career. Who knows what's in your future? But talk about the run. You still look young. You still feel energetic. But, it's not easy. People don't see the behind the scenes thing. They think, oh, that Atherton, he still looks great. But, there's a lot to it of going through the grind.
Yeah, honestly, I've been blessed with great assistant coaches. I give them a lot of responsibility. But there's a grind. There's a grind every day. You're doing, Teacher Appreciation Day. It doesn't just happen. We have a great booster club, but I do a lot of the grind work with that. I do a lot, with senior night. There's a lot of things that you do, like you said. Even the media, you're getting ready for, our Meet the Coaches night and stuff. So there's a lot of grind to it. The off season, there's a lot of grind. I still enjoy it. I'm sure the kids will tell you I'm as energetic as I was in the beginning. When that's not there, then I wouldn't coach, but I really do take it year by year. For the last probably 4 or 5 years, my kids were in college or in high school playing. Every year I said, do I want to continue doing this? And can I continue and still be part of them? So every year is a grind, but that's right now where we're at. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. And when the season's over, you see if you recharge and want to do it again.
You got to see your dad go through it and the excitement that he had, and he did everything. He would have so many meals with his friends, his coaches, and different guys that they would just talk basketball 24/7. I don't know that you're talking basketball 24/7, but things were a little different back then too. But you got to take a lot of that from your dad and what the game of basketball meant, and obviously just kind of continue that coaching path. I'm sure you're kind of proud of, hey, I kind of did something that was passionate to me, passionate to my dad.
Yeah, there's no doubt. The era is different. These coaches would play games, and they would meet, and they would go to places, and they would replay the games, and they would be going over strategies. I hear the stories at Patty's Sports Bar. They'd be there till all hours, but it was going over their games and talking, and it probably was a bond that is not like it is today. That's just kind of sad, but it's just not the way it is today. But I was able to relive. Like, I'll give you an example. As my father was older, the energy was still there. Paul Gafrovich, I come home and he was a great player at Nanico, playing for Wichita State. He's in my backyard. My father calls him up, knows Paul, doesn't, it's not great, but comes and wants to know things that they're running offensively and defensively and things they're doing. And there's Paul in my backyard, at the table by the pool, and they're going over stuff. So, it's just, that was my father in his probably, late 50s, probably early 60s going over that. So that he never wanted to stop learning. Still going to clinics, still giving clinics. He was doing a lot of clinics at that time as well. So the energy he had, I'm hoping it's passed down to me, and so far so good.
Well, Happy New Year to you and your family, and of course all the best at Crestwood Basketball here in 2024-2025.
Thanks, John. I appreciate it.